Hey, 10. 10.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor, please? Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Had to pause. I needed chapstick. Was unprepared. Happy New Year.
I know. Look, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Ain't seen y'all since last year.
Right.
Happy New Year. So far, so good.
Yeah, no complaints.
Was
I,
it refocusing, realigning, doing all those things you do in the new year?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, Latoya. Mm-mm. I
Hey
know that.
Renee, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Thanks for joining.
Yes,
This was a good one. All
it
right.
was.
Yeah. Keela, I'm like, okay, where are the rest of the regulars? They're coming slowly but surely. They're making their way. I'm actually trying to look through A.E. Valdez's catalog. I think this was my first read by her. Um, she has less books in her catalog than I thought. For some reason, I thought she had a ton of them.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
I
Oh,
think it's just these two series, this one and the one before
yeah.
that.
For some reason, I was thinking like, she was like, the mother authors, Christina and Jaquel, and
Mhm.
that have a million in their category. I just felt like she had more than that. And so I'm looking and I'm like, yeah, there's really not that much. So I think it was Nicole that said that she wanted to read all of her books. I'm like, yeah, you could accomplish that this year.
Yeah.
That's not far-fetched. I'm like, that's doable.
Yeah, I definitely thought she had more. I started a different series from her last year.
The
The
Three
I
Rise
Kings.
and
can't.
Fall
No, this is
one.
Three Kings. Yeah, this is the
It's the
Three
Rise
Kings.
and Fall one. I think
Yeah, the Rise and Fall.
Talisha
Yeah,
is reading that one now.
I like that one.
Okay, because I'm always used to seeing the first Rise and Fall book with the sunflower on the front.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the book I've read. I think I
Yeah.
read the first two books in that series. I liked them.
Give it a second, because
Hey y'all.
hey, hey. All right. Asia said, is Asia on here? Did she? Okay. I was like, I just seen her post where she said she couldn't find the link.
I
Okay.
just listen. Somehow I stumbled across it, but I am in the middle of cooking, so I'll be
Um,
done in 5 minutes. So I'm gonna mute myself until I'm done.
yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay, Rosa.
Right. That's what I was saying. Uh-oh, cousin Felicia's coming on here. Okay. I love it. That's the first thing I thought of too, Rosa. That one day she was on the book chat cooking, stirring in pots and pans. Okay. All right. Well, we will go ahead and get started with our December book club chat. Of course, we read Snow King Catches His Snowflake. This book has been in the queue for a couple of years. I've just selected other Christmas books, but I've been holding out for this one as a December romance read, and I loved it. It was my first A.E. Valdez read and was not disappointed at all. What were y'all's general thoughts?
Well, I put in my review. If you hadn't picked it, I would have never read this book because the title is so corny. and the cover is so cheesy. I was like, what is this mess Renee picked? And then I
What
love
in
the book.
What in the AI cover, right?
Right, but the title and the cover is so bad that I want to be like, sis, fix this so you can get more readers, because
Yeah.
nothing about the title nor the cover made me want to read it, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I hate the title too. I read it because I had already read the what's the series? Rise and
The other
Fall?
two,
Whatever.
Rise and Fall is the first one. This is Three Kings.
Yeah, so I've read all of her books. So this
Wow.
was a reread for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I read it via audio. But I agree, Erica. I was like, girl, you could have came up with it better.
It sounds like
It was so Harlequin cheesy. Like,
yeah, Harlequin. I felt like the word cock was going to show up. That's why I was like, oh, I'm not reading that.
I said the same thing in my review about the cover and the title. Because I honestly, when I saw the cover, I was like, this is an AI book. What the hell? But it was so cute. I really enjoyed it.
It was.
Especially, I think I put in my review too that there was no trauma love. They didn't have to hurt each other all through the book and all that. I thought it was really cute. I enjoyed it.
I love a Black romance with no trauma
Yeah.
and no third act breakup. If
Yeah.
they make it all the way to the end and don't break up and there's no trauma, 5 stars. I'm sold.
Yeah, me too. I was like, I can't stand that.
Well, I'm glad I wasn't alone because the cover and the title, I was just kind of like, I'm gonna read it because this is what Renee chose.
Yeah.
But I was pleasantly surprised. I enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, I think I had read reviews or seen people over the past couple of years reviewing it, so I heard that it was good. So I looked beyond the title and the cover for this
I'm
one.
glad you did.
Yeah.
That was a good
Yeah.
choice.
I'm glad you did too. You know, I always push you to put a spotlight on Black indie authors, and not when they do a traditional publication, but truly an indie publication. So that's the other reason I read it, because I was like, oh, we finally got a true indie author. So I had to read it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I liked it. I liked it so much. I went through the other two in the series. So the other two were very good. It talks about the two brothers, of course, and yeah, it was really good. The whole
A couple
series.
of y'all have said that, so now I'm gonna have to go and revisit
I'm
the other
planning
two.
to as well.
that third one is long. Who that third one is like?
I did see that it was like 700 pages or something.
The
Oh,
second
no,
one,
don't have to wait.
And it's
Yeah.
not on audio
is
yet.
long too.
I ain't got 700 pages in me right now. No.
Yeah.
The second one is about 500 and something. They're both much longer than that
God.
first one.
Well, it's
But
the second one is Winter and
Winter,
Eve. Yeah.
yeah,
And
Eve,
they got
Winter and Eve.
history. Yeah, so you got to get their history. And then the third one is the little
North
sister.
and Aspen.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't be
Yeah.
reading these long books before I reach my goal. Catch me after 100 books.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
That part. I don't even know if I'm hitting 100 this year. I'm gonna be real honest. I'm coasting this year.
I need that pressure of not having my book goal met. I have to get my book goal met.
Gotta get cranking. How many are you at right now?
12.
I'm at 50.
12. Did you hear?
Right.
She goes,
Yeah.
12.
12
Yeah.
without reading Jackwell.
12.
You know,
Look,
like
Nyla
that,
said how.
the zero
Now, don't
drives
be
me
asking
crazy.
those questions.
So I always have a book locked and loaded for the first day of the year. Like, I have to get rid of zero. So I had my 1. And then I've been, reading like I normally do.
This is a serious question. When do you find the time? Because I be in a lot of the same text and group chats and stuff you be in. And I'm like, how do you find the time?
I promise
Seriously.
you, the biggest thing, the not watching TV makes a difference.
Not watching TV.
But
Okay.
I also have found that where I normally would listen to music, I've replaced that like with an audio. So like, I always read a chapter before I get out of bed. So I meet my Kindle streak.
Okay.
And then immediately get up to get dressed to work out. Now I'll pop in an audiobook. But it also makes a difference the days I walk outside and I'm doing 4 or 5 miles, an hour and a half, 2 hours of walking. I do an audiobook. Like
Yeah.
especially if it's something like a psychological thriller, I feel like it makes me walk fast. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to solve the crime. I'm walking so fast. So though, adding audio to my repertoire, so to speak, makes a difference. But
me too.
The biggest thing for me was I don't watch TV. And the few times that I do, I'm thinking you should be reading. I feel so guilty and uncomfortable when I turn on the TV outside of football. I don't relax. I just want to read. So that really makes a difference, is cutting out the TV.
No, that
when I
makes
tell
perfect
people
sense.
about you, they're like, "How?" And I say, "She doesn't watch TV."
Yeah, that
Because
makes
they ask
perfect
me
sense.
how I read, and I'm like, I read. I'll stay up late at night to read. I'll listen to a book while I'm washing dishes or in the shower or driving, but
Yeah.
I will lose sleep to read. And then I'm like, but Erica in my book club is like 400 books a year or whatever.
Yeah.
They're like, no,
You
how? And
you
I'm like, she
know,
doesn't
the
watch
other
TV.
thing that
We
I
watch
found, like,
TV. She
because
doesn't.
people keep asking me, I found that one of the things that makes a difference for me also is I always pick my next book on the last chapter of my current book to keep the momentum. So as soon as I finish a book and submit my review, bam, I got to get the next chapter, the next book. I never have a break. And if I feel like a little, I'm going into a slump, I'm gonna reread a favorite. I'm gonna go back to Alexandria House or Christina C. Jones. I'll find a comfort read, but that's been the biggest thing for me outside of not watching TV is maintaining the momentum and knowing as soon as I finish one, I'm immediately jumping into the next.
I
I'm
usually do that. I
assuming
didn't
you're
do it this week.
reading multiple at a time, right?
Yeah.
I do now because it depends on my platform. Like I have to always have a Kindle book because I don't want to break my streak. And if I'm like in the grocery store or whatever, I'm going to read while I'm standing in line. So there's always a Kindle book involved. But if I have like right now, the book I'm reading, it's a Kindle Unlimited where I get the audio for free. So that's the only book I'm doing. But if I were doing a book that I only had through Libby or only had through Hoopla, then I'm also going to have a Kindle book going because I'm obsessed with not breaking my streak. That streak will also make you read.
It does.
I will tell you, fear of breaking my streak, it controls me.
I gave up on all streaks.
That fear to me.
Yeah, I'm at 1,300 days and I'm not breaking that.
I gave up. I don't streak on nothing no more. I'm not streaking on Peloton. I'm not streaking on Kindle. I'm not streaking on my Apple Watch. Like, it was driving me crazy. I had to give up. I don't do it anymore.
My Peloton streak is like years long. Like I don't think I've missed since like 2020 or 2021. Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy.
I'm trying to be like you.
Even if it's just a meditation, like I'm getting that blue dot for the day. I'm trying to see what my Kindle, what it's at.
Mine is at 8 something.
They
I almost messed it up yesterday and I was like, oh no, I gotta read. It was like 11 o'clock. And I was like, oh God, I didn't read yet.
They always keep moving.
I stopped doing it because at 11 o'clock, I would get this crazy fear and stress every night of like, did I do all the things I was supposed to do? Did I check all the marks of all these different apps? And I was like,
well, Nyla, it could be crack, okay? It could be crack. So keep the streak. I would rather jump up in the middle of the night worried about a book than crack. But but that's the other reason why before I roll out of bed and convince myself to maintain my exercise streak, sis, read a chapter. Go ahead and read a chapter before you get into the craziness. And even though I do that every day, I guarantee you I check constantly because I'm like, did I do it? Did I do it?
Yeah.
So I go and I check all the time.
I'm at 963 for my Kindle streak. For Peloton, I'm at 1,830 days.
Wow. That's amazing.
Peloton,
and even if it's just a meditation for 5 minutes, I'm getting my getting my dot for the day. Like I can't not.
For the people who use Kindle Unlimited and we get the free Audible companion, that makes a big difference also. Because even if I just listen to a chapter, I might not actually physically read in the morning, but I'll listen to a chapter when I'm brushing my teeth and stuff. And Audible or Kindle counts that. So
I was gonna say Audible does that too.
That's why I'm never breaking up with Kindle Unlimited because
exactly.
As long as you have the Kindle and Audible version, they're gonna give you credit for it.
Yeah. What you said makes sense though, like the not watching TV, that's where my problem is. Like today, I was telling the Peloton group because one of our Peloton instructors is joining Tyler Perry's sisters. And so I'm
Hey,
behind. What'd you say?
Tunde.
Tunde. Yeah,
Shows you
she's
how
so
behind I've been.
yeah, so it comes out tonight, but I'm like episodes behind.
Okay.
I need to catch up. So I was like, where am I? So I'm on episode 8 of the last season and it goes to 22, but I've already watched 4 today. So
You got to catch up.
where I could have been reading, you know what I'm
Now
saying? So I
you
was
got
like,
to
that makes
catch up.
perfect sense, but I'm such a TV junkie, like I could not
Me
give up
too.
TV for reading. Like I
Me
just
too.
can't. So my balance is I
Yeah.
try to read in the morning and on my commutes, and I can't do it at night because I'll fall asleep in the bed. But that's my balance is to get my reading in the morning. But now I'm trying to do different things this year. So there's going to be less than 100 books. There's no way I'm hitting that because I want to take my Spotify back. My son has taken over that. So I'm listening to more music now. And so I try to listen to music in the morning and I want to listen to podcasts again. And again, TV is a guilty pleasure of mine. So there's things that I want to incorporate, like the podcast and stuff like that. And I'm also trying to read the Bible the whole year. So I'm doing the 365 Bible thing on the Bible app. So there's a lot of other things that are like playing parts that are going to cut into my reading time. So
And that's what I tell people is what matters to you. Like this woman asked me on, people be shady. Well, how do you read this? How do you do? And my thing is I read. I'm not a content creator. I don't make videos about my books. I don't annotate my books, but reading matters to me. So I read. It's literally just that simple. I read. And you pick what's important to you. Like, y'all for the inner circle, I've been outside a little bit. And so it's like the times that I'm outside a lot, I'm reading less. So it's just a matter of prioritizing what matters to you. And for me, reading is therapy and reading is my escape. So I just get it. And I feel like I'm doing the same thing that someone who binge watches a show. I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm just getting in a different format. And the few times that I want to watch TV, I'm one of those people also who is like, I need something that I know is going to win, that's going to feel good to me. So when I feel like watching TV, y'all know I'm just going to watch Insecure over and over and over again. I'm not going to watch a new show. I don't want to learn new characters. I want to watch something that I know I'm going to love. So, you pour into what matters to you. And for me, in this season, it's reading because I started reading when I was 4 years old. I've been an avid reader my entire life. But when I became a mom, that gets pushed to the back. And so as my girls got older, I missed it and it was reintroduced. Thankfully, you started the book club and I got back into it. And that's the other thing I tell people when they say, how do you read so much? I don't have little kids. I got big kids. So I get that people who have little ones who are a little bit more needy don't have that luxury. I also explain to people, I work a 4-day work week, fully remote. I'm never on the phone. I don't even have a phone. I don't have a work phone. I never have to talk to anybody. So reading is just very easy to me. And generationally, my grandmother was a reader. My mom was a reader. I'm a reader. So now, Carisha, please don't read. But my oldest daughter does read. And so, I've modeled the behavior, but it also was because it was modeled for me. Like my mom, who's not tech savvy, her little tablet died, and oh my goodness, the way she been stressing me out. And she's going, I haven't read a book in 2 weeks. Could you please set up my new Kindle? I said, girl, I just bought you 3 books for Christmas. If you don't crack that Kamala book open right now. But she's gotten so hooked on having her Kindle. And so reading is just, it's always been a part of my life. Until I had little ones where I finally, I kind of pushed it to the background, but it becomes, these are the things that I want to focus on. And so for me, it's been reading. And I also feel like if I decide that I don't want to read, I don't beat myself up. I honestly could easily be at 15 or 16 books for the month, but I've been playing and I really, really been listening to music a lot this week just because I need the therapeutic aspect of it. So I've been focusing on my music more this week than reading.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at my church, we use the Bible app, and we do 90 days of the Bible. So I read the Bible 4 times a year. But it's also where it talks to me. So it talks to me. So I do that usually on my way to work, on my way home, and I sit there and I listen to it. And, I mean, sometimes I do zone out because it's like parts that I've heard over and over again, but other parts it's like, oh yeah, I remember that happened. Or, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Let me, pay more attention to it. But yeah, we do the Bible 4 times a year.
I will say that for me, I learned this in 2023 that audiobooks are a must. Like I have to do both, simultaneously, and it just helps me coast and stay on pace. Because if it was up to me to read by myself, I probably would never pick up a book or get very far if I did because I'm distracted by something. Like even when I'm listening, I'm like playing a game on my phone or doing something. Like I just have to be doing some turning pages, doing something at the same time. I will say with the Bible app, I've found letting it read the function that you can actually press play and it reads and it doesn't sound computerized like it's actually someone reading the story. That helps me coast through that too. So yeah, Audible or listening to the audio for stuff has really been clutch for me.
Yeah, it makes a difference because I'm easily distracted because I don't have an actual Kindle. I read on my iPad at home, and if I'm not home, I read on my phone. So I'm getting notifications, and I'm gonna take a TikTok break every 3 pages. I gotta see what's happening on the clock app. Also, I used to always tell you guys I couldn't lock in. I would be distracted. So what I had to do was I always listen at no less than 2 times speed because when they're talking that fast, you got to lock in. You got to be focused. That makes me lock in more. But also, I only listen on my AirPods because it's like right there in your ear. Your ear. You can't listen to anything else. It's right there. It is like weaseling into my brain. So those are the 2 things that I found that got me more comfortable with audiobooks was, putting it in my ear and speeding it up. So I really have to concentrate. And then I started making a list in my notes app of the narrators I like. Because there are some narrators, I hear one syllable go, nope, not listening to this. Like there's some narrators I will not touch. And there's some that I absolutely love.
Mm-hmm. I'll say I've been spoiled by speeding things up. I have to do at minimum 1.5. Like that's just my comfort to listen to audiobooks. But now everything in life has to be sped up. If it's someone talking on Facebook, I'm hitting that button to speed them up 2 times. If I'm on TikTok, I'm speeding them up 2 times. I now have figured out YouTube how to speed up videos 2 times. I'm like, if someone's talking regular, I'm like, can you get on with it? Because
it sounds distorted. And so, for those of y'all, me and Renee talk all the time and we send each other a lot of voice notes. When we found out we could speed up our voice notes, me and Renee be like a podcast. And I'd be like, speed this one up, girl. It's 7 minutes.
She will. She'll say disclaimer because it's like a 7.5 minute voice note. And she'll be like, speed it up. So we always have it on like 2 times speed when we just send them back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But yeah, I'm spoiled by that. Like if somebody's talking regular speed, I'm like, hurry up. Like I can't. I get impatient now. So anyways, I don't want to steer too far. I know this was a great conversation on books, but I do want to return back to the book to talk about it, get y'all's thoughts and feelings.
I got a question.
Sure.
So, have y'all seen anything about like, how narrators have multiple like names they go by or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah. Like Jacoby Diem.
Yeah. Like have y'all seen like a cheat sheet anywhere? Because I was listening to a book with a narrator and then I went to listen to the book that we read and I'm like, wait a minute, is this the same person? But they had different names. I tried to Google it. I didn't get an answer. So I haven't seen anything in like any of the book groups or anything, but I'm like, is there a cheat sheet somewhere about like who is going by multiple names? Because y'all all starting to sound alike. And I'm like, is this the same person or not?
Yeah.
We might need to make one.
Yeah, I think it's just if you know. This point.
Oh, it's Winston James. And I know that name hold on.
It's the woman who sounds
okay, so
J.L.
Seegers, if you've read Restore Me. Oh, you're talking about the woman.
Yeah, but she sounds like I've heard her before.
There's a couple that sound the same because there's another girl who I for years thought was Wesley. That's not. Her name starts with a J. I can't think of what her name is. I just figured out she's not Wesley, but they have a New York accent, and I always thought they were the same person.
So it looks like Lauren Nichols, who narrated the woman's. Oh, she's done some Nicole Falls. She does a lot of indie authors. She's done Christina Lauren, which surprises me. Ooh.
Janice Abbott Pratt is the one who I always thought she and Wesley were the same person.
I am shocked by this.
They do sound alike.
Yeah, for years I've been thinking like, I was like, oh, I'll start a book like, oh, it's Wesley, I'm good.
Yeah.
And then I found out a lot of times it's actually Janice.
Yeah, they both have that like high pitch. I can't describe what it is, but it's that sound that.
And I feel like for me, I want Bonnie Turpin to narrate everything. Everything in my life, I want Bonnie's voice.
I love her. I love her.
She could sell a book for me. There's some books that I know I probably would not have made 4 or 5 stars if it wasn't her. But her performance is so spectacular that it sells the book for me. Like, what was that? What was that book we did that Francesca? Was that a Bonnie Turpin?
Oh, yes, it was the Spectacular Life. Yes.
Yeah, I feel like Bonnie sold that book. That probably would not have been a 5-star book if I had another narrator or I had done a different format.
Yeah, I agree.
What's that book that I can't think of her name. Young adult author, and she took Bonnie off of that 3rd book. It's
one of those, the bones and the
children of blood and bone.
Read that book. Yeah, I still have not read that book because she took her off.
I haven't read it either. The 3rd one.
Yeah. Still, I refuse. I don't think I'll ever read it. But I'm like, and I think I own it, but I'm like, I'm not reading this. You took Bonnie off that. Nobody. And who was it? Who did she replace it with? It was like a celebrity, wasn't it?
I think so. I haven't done audio.
Cynthia Erivo?
I read the first one.
Yes, I think that's what it was.
I think it was
people
Cynthia.
were mad about it.
Yes, they were. I was people.
Yeah. Bonnie, she played it real cool on social media too. Like she was throwing shade, but she was being nice about it too. She's like, well, it is what it is, you know. I was like, no, we want you, man.
Well, before we switch off of audiobooks, I know a lot of people are starting to listen to the 1201 audiobook.
Oh, the new, I haven't listened to it, yeah.
Baby, that book, Emmanuel Ingram.
Wait a minute.
I was just about to get that on Audible.
It felt like he penetrated
it just came
me.
Out.
I had pre-ordered it, but I've been seeing a lot of people. I read the ebook, but his performance, and if you read 1201, you know it gets spicy. I have never heard a man deliver a spicy scene so good that I felt like I needed a cigarette after he read some of them chapters.
That book is beyond. It's beyond spicy. I was clutching my pearls the whole time. I didn't stop reading, but I was clutching my pearls.
Yeah, and that's how I felt the first time I read it, but I didn't know that a narrator could do that, especially a man. When people that's why I'm loving that people are like really buying into it, because I want to see her be successful. I think she's a great author and a great person. Emmanuel Ingram's performance is phenomenal. He deserves all the flowers.
I'll have to add that.
And don't play it in the car, Renee. You cannot play because he don't miss a ooh and ah, a deep pant. Like he gets down and dirty with his narration.
Okay, noted. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. That might be a couple listen. We have to listen to that together.
Yeah, I'll play it back because I did buy it when she did the pre-sale. I wanted to support her, so I bought it from her website.
I need to do that and get that. I was trying to see, probably buy it from Audible. It's probably the best because I think I already own the ebook. Good to know. I want to reread that one. And what's the other one that had us in a chokehold? The one where he took her on a date on the yacht.
Oh, Only for the Week.
Yes. I want to listen to the audio for that one too.
You know what? It's not. I did, and I didn't love it because it wasn't narrators that I like. Really? There's one narrator, I can't think of his name, but he always sounds like he's trying to get a whole sentence out on one breath. and he's the narrator on that. And I was like, ew, I don't like it. I mean, I gave it a good review because I had already reviewed it, but his narration was not good for that book.
Wow. Huh. Usually Audible will give you like a discounted if you already own the ebook. It's not doing that.
I'm surprised.
I know. Wants me to pay the membership fee $14.95, but
if you Google, I forget, it'll say something like, because I do this all the time, something like Kindle and Audible Companion. It'll go through your Kindle library and give you the Audible version for everything you have in your Kindle library and how much it'll be.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because I think that's how I end up doing the current book, this Snow King.
Yeah.
I already had the ebook and I did that search for the Kindle Audible Companion. And it told me like, oh, since you own it, this is what it'll be. Some of them are not cheap. I mean, for me,
this one was like $4. I got it real cheap.
Yeah, it'll do literally every book in your whole Kindle library. It'll tell you if there's an Audible Companion, it'll tell you how much it is for you.
You did that from where?
I Google it because I don't remember what the exact page is. So I always search. I think the search I do is Kindle Audible Companion.
Okay.
And it'll pull up my Kindle library and it'll tell me how much it is to get the Audible.
That's dope. Okay, Amazon Matchmaker.
Yeah, that's what it's. See, I never remember, but that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I Googled exactly what you said, and Amazon Matchmaker came up. Wow. Now that's cool.
And if it's not as cheap as you want it to be, sometimes I will just Google, say, what is this? Snow King Catches a Snowflake audiobook. And it'll pull up all the places that have it. And very frequently, audiobooks.com will have it cheaper than everybody else. If I go directly to their website, it'll show that it costs me more than if I Google it and go from there.
That makes sense.
Like I got one the other day for like $4 that said it was 20 something when I went directly through the website.
Oh wow. Yeah, I think that's how I end up getting, because I did Iverson's book for free because I didn't have an audiobooks account, but I did what you said and it let me get it for free.
That's good to know. Yeah, I'm looking at that's pretty cool. Wow. Did not know that.
Now I have my 12 credits back now, but I have run out. So I was like,
12 credits of what? Audible?
Yeah. I do all mine at the beginning of the year.
Oh, I have 1 credit. I don't know what to use it on because I'm about to cancel. I only pick up Audible if they give it to me for 99 cents a month. As soon as they try to charge me more, I won't keep it. So I'm on my 3rd month of the 3 months of 99 cents. And I have 1 credit.
Kept it. I looked at my account today and was like, what's this one? $29.50 Audible. I was like, I forgot. Because I saw somebody on TikTok said they do a different email address every time the 99 cents comes up.
I never got to do that. That's scammy.
They let you do it on your same email account?
Yeah, like I'll wait for them to be like, come on back, sis. And so sometimes it'll be months I won't do it. Like I'll go months without having it, but because I do the Kindle Unlimited, there are still plenty of books I can listen to with the Audible Companion. So that's when I do the search for read and listen for free, and it'll tell me which books I can listen to for free because I have Kindle Unlimited.
Yeah, but I never cancel, so they don't give me the 99-cent thing because I pay for all my credits at once.
I use Chirp books a lot also. Chirp books will have a lot of good Black books. And I've found some authors through Chirp. Yeah, and then I also go on Apple Books to the $5 screen because I'm never paying more than $5 for an audiobook. So I'll go through Chirp and then I go to Apple and see if there's anything I want. I find a lot of my YA books are over there on Apple for less than $5.
This is good to know. I'm still scrolling through here. I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of matches, some good prices.
Yeah, because some books you don't even remember. Like we might have posted in a group and it's not a book you even wanted to read, but it was free. And then you
Yeah.
can get the Audible for like $1.99. I'm like, oh, well, maybe I'll finally read it. That's why I like that feature, because it pulls all of my books that I don't even remember that I have.
Yeah, that's crazy. I did not know that that was an option. I could be scrolling this thing for days, as many books as there's like thousands of books in there. But that's good to know when you're looking for something to read.
Well, since we were talking about buddy reading, I still would love to do Broken Clocks as a buddy read with y'all.
Who's
It's
the
the last time I'm gonna ask y'all, because I done said it 3 times now.
I'm down.
Wait,
I've
who's the
never read
author?
it.
I think
Danielle
I've read it. I'll reread
Allen.
it.
I've read it
Oh,
twice. I cried both
yeah,
times. I
y'all was
boohoo
talking about
cried.
that. Hold on.
So I would love to do a buddy read for that one.
Let me go look, because I think I have that too.
You probably do, because it, like, it's been around. I think it's one of her earliest books, but I think we've probably posted in the group when it was on sale before.
Yeah.
And it's rare because, with Danielle being indie before Curvy Girl Summer, I think it's her only indie book that she has an audio version for. All of her other books, she only does paperback or ebook.
I'm looking at it right
Oh
now.
yeah, Kindle Unlimited has it, so I have it downloaded.
Break
or whatever.
down and finally read it. That's the one book I've been avoiding because I know it's gonna.
It's gonna get you, Asia. It's gonna get you. It was actually my very first Danielle Allen book, and then I went back years later and did the audio, and I cried both times.
That book by her, and then I read a lot of Brooklyn Mosley. She has a book that has a similar premise. I've read most of Brooklyn's books. I refuse to read that one book. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah.
I think I read anything about Brooklyn.
I love Brooklyn.
Well, hopefully we'll pick a date. I guess.
Yes, we can do it.
I'll pick a date to start. Maybe for February? I don't know. But I would love to do that book as a buddy read, because it's one of the ones where you're going to want to talk to somebody when you read it.
Okay.
That sounds good. I'm just, looking at my list of books. Okay. Okay, back to the book. I know we.
Yeah, I was like, back to the book, Renee. Did you have something?
Back to the book itself.
The other thing was I read the book too soon. I said I wasn't going to read it till the last minute, but then it got to, it's the end of the year. Let me see how many I could crank out before New Year. And so I ended up reading it. So I don't remember anything other than I was happy because he cracked her. I was so happy for her. I don't remember the girl's name. I don't remember nothing about the book other than she got everything the universe owed her.
Yeah, that was good to see. Like, the bad breakup and then going on this winter vacation or whatever and getting trapped, like them both having the same room. I was like, oh, that's awesome. I love stuff like that where they're trapped in the same space and
a forced proximity. I like those sorts of that trope. I liked how it worked out.
And not to get off subject again, because I'm trying to stay on this time, but there was one that I read, and y'all probably read it too, last winter, that was like that, but they were like roommates. Like someone was like leasing their home out for the holidays.
Is it Charity or Chastity? Yes. That one last. Shanae. What's her name? Charity Shanae?
Yes.
Something like that.
I was like, somebody was supposed to stay in there or leave their apartment, and somebody was like Airbnb-ing it, and they got trapped.
Yeah.
I read so many Christmas books last year. I can't even remember, but I feel like there was a lack of Christmas books this year. Anyways, that's not here nor there. But
you know what? There's another book. I know Talisha read it that had that same premise. Also, that the lady who wrote Black Girls Must Die Exhausted had that same concept of that house swap.
Jane Allen.
Like, I'm finding that that's becoming a popular trope of we're supposed to house swap.
I'm trying to think. And I remember
whatever. There's a book that I know Talisha read it. I think a couple of us read it.
The orange one. It's got an orange cover or a blue cover.
There's 2 Black girls, and one girl looks like she's walking. Hold on, I'm scrolling through Georgia K. Boone is the author. I'll Be Gone for Christmas. It's the same premise that these two women swapped houses for the holidays. But it was very cute, and I like a wholesome Christmas book. Like I mean, I could do a little bit of smut, but I honestly, for my Christmas, I want it so sickening sweet and small town and hot cocoa. Like that'll sell me every time. They don't even have to hold hands for me in a Christmas book, and I'm in love.
I'm trying to go through my old challenges. That would have been 2020. I don't even know how to find this stuff. Okay. Anyways, I was trying to find the Christmas books that I read last year because
we did a lot of Christmas books last year because I know I got to the point I was sick of Christmas. Like I think I may have did like maybe 15 Christmas books.
I think I read like
2024.
I read 6 or 7 last year, and it was because so many authors were releasing Christmas books last year, and I found like this year it was dry. Like it was maybe 1 or 2 that released it, but it was, I don't know. It was disappointing this year. I was like,
because last year. Oh, I'm sorry, Aisha. Go ahead.
I was gonna say a number of indie authors released Christmas books this year. A decent number.
You know what? There was a book I read. The author is A.H. Cunningham. If you like smut, sis was too smutty for me, ma'am. What is the Christmas cheer? At one point, she had a husband and a boyfriend, and she come out to the hot tub, and one of them is sucking off the other. And I'm like, OMG, I didn't come for this. I came for Christmas. That book had me clutching my pearls. I just picked it because it had a cute Christmas cover, and I was so appalled. I think that's one of the ones I said, oh, I'm not gonna rate this because it was so smutty. When she came out in the hot tub and the boyfriend had the husband down his throat, I was oh no, this is not what I want out of my Christmas book. And it was called "'Tis the Season to Release."
That's right.
Look at Topeka's face. She said,
No, I don't really want that one.
I
like smut, but I'm not sure about that one.
And she keep talking about, oh, the kids don't want to come decorate with me, ma'am. In the last chapter, y'all was in the hot tub. Like it was, and I think that's what was throwing me. Like you got to pick a side. You can't decorate the Airbnb and be cheerful. In the last chapter, y'all was in the hot tub. Like that book threw me off so much. I finished it because it was short, but I felt so dirty by the time I finished that book.
The book that I was talking about that I read last year was Christmas in Spite of You by Casey Mills.
Did we do that as a group?
I don't know. It's hard for y'all to see.
I like that one though.
But that's the one where she was supposed to rent his apartment for the week and he ended up staying. So anyways, it was close proximity trope, but yeah. That one was really good. And Jaquel J had another one too. That came out last year, the orange cover.
Oh, that was the one I didn't like. Jaquel's book.
Second Chance.
Because there was like 3 of them in a series. I didn't care, and I can remember my review for that one surprisingly, but I didn't care that they kept rehashing why they broke up, and I felt and they gave like the current man his own chapter or perspective, and I'm like, well, why are we talking to him? It wasn't a good fit for me.
Okay. So, Noelle, that's her name, and I don't know why I couldn't remember that. I'm like, that's my child's middle name. Yeah, but it was a cute story. Sorry, I'm looking through it right now.
Well, I'll say this about the book. When I first started it and he seemed like he had an attitude. First of all, it reminded me of the book where we had the author on the phone and what was it? Charity was her name?
Yeah.
Last Christmas. Remember, I think in that book, that guy also had lost somebody, like he had lost an ex. So I felt like it was going the same direction, but I don't like grumpy sunshine books because I don't like grumpy men. I want to be the grumpy one, not you. So I didn't think I was going to like this because I thought Snow, was that his name, Snow? I thought he was going to be grumpy, but he immediately let go.
Yeah. See, he had worked on, he changed the seal on the transmission. So
He look. What are you talking
Yes. Did you call me?
Were you talking to us? You were off mute talking.
No, that was my sister walking through here talking.
Oh.
But what I was gonna say is I remember that book, Erica, and his wife died. She had cancer or something. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah. And so that's what I felt like this had that similar vibe because he had lost somebody too.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt like, oh, not another grumpy man. I just don't like that grumpy sunshine trope. But he wasn't grumpy. Like he was like, I don't really like Christmas. But when he saw her, oh, I like Christmas. And I was like, okay, I'm into it. Because he wasn't grumpy the whole book. Like he was down for whatever.
And I like that when they got home and she was like, absolutely not to the deceased partner's stuff still being in the house, and he fixed that immediately. He was like,
I love that he fixed it, but I felt like she was being fucking dramatic. Excuse my French, but I'm like, dude, you know that he lost somebody. It's not like you're making it seem like he had some other woman that was living like a situation. I'm like, you know that's his, dead.
But I think that's a valid point. Like, are you ready to move on? Because even like in Curvy Girl Summer, that was sort of the vibe. Like, I get you lost somebody, but are you ready for something new, or are you?
But her face products are on the counter, and it's 5 years,
right?
But she was thinking that it was someone new. That was my problem. Is like she's thinking it's a new situation and not the white. That was what I was annoyed with. Not the fact
that was kind of unbelievable.
But you're thinking that it's a new situation that he's still messing with somebody right now, and I'm like, no, that's like
I wasn't annoyed because I think she felt like it's been 5 years. There's no way that this is her stuff. In the bathroom, in the closet, maybe, but in the bathroom.
So y'all, when I read that, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
When I read that part of the book, I had deja vu because a similar situation happened to me. So this was probably, it had to be like 95, 96 or something. I'm out with a girlfriend. She's got us at this Omega ball because her boyfriend is an Omega. And he introduces me to one of his frat brothers. So we just kind of hit it off, kind of talking or whatever. So I think I was coming back from Charlotte or something. And he was like, oh, just stop through. I'd like to see you, whatever. So I go to his house to see him. So we're chilling, talking and everything. And then I have to go to the bathroom. Y'all. I saw stuff throughout the house, but y'all, I went in the bathroom and all of the stuff is like there, like a little she was an AKA. Anyway, she got killed in a car accident. I don't know how many years it had been, but nothing was touched. It was all still there in the house.
Oh, wow.
So I just talked to him for a little while, and then I was like, okay. I called my girlfriend. I was like, yo, he not ready to date anybody. All his wife's stuff is still in the house, like her hat where she left it on hooks and stuff. And I just started noticing stuff. I was like, no, he not ready. No. No.
Yeah, he wasn't ready.
No. Now years later, he turned into a hoe. So he apparently got.
I
think he's on like his third wife, 2 sets of children. Yeah, he got ready.
Wow.
Ciao. Because there's some people who will just move her little face cream aside and move in. Like they want a husband so bad, they'll just deal with the demons.
Oh, back in the day, I still had a roster then. I wasn't moving it.
You had the slides on, Keila?
Yeah,
I had slides on back then. Back then, I don't have slides now, but I had slides on me.
I'm not giving up on you yet, Mima.
That's hilarious. Too funny. Yeah, I mean, I guess we all have different perspectives about him leaving that stuff. Here comes Jess, but
and Renee, if it were you, Oh, that would have been a 7-minute voice memo. I went in his bathroom and he had her face cream.
But I mean, it's a dead person,
like
so
pepper.
I don't know if I would have been that way with a dead person, knowing that his wife died. Like, I don't know.
You
that
wouldn't be angry, but you would have left and been like, "This man ain't ready."
Like he's not ready. Because there's one thing, like, to maybe have a photo up, but her clothes, her mom and sisters didn't come get this.
Look at Jess.
Yeah, I feel like it was a lot. And, as someone who has experienced trying to date post losing a partner, my first love was killed. And I've had men say to me, I feel like I'm chasing a ghost, or I feel like I'm competing. And that's, for me, I've said to them, he's been dead so long, he feels like my favorite character in a book. He doesn't even feel real to me anymore. So what you mad about? But I have like like a pair of his basketball shorts, but I don't have like his aftershave in the bathroom. And so I feel like there's people who just feel like just because I honor him and mention his birthday once a year are mad. Imagine if I still had all of his stuff in the house. They would be over the moon mad. Not mad, but again, like that concept of, why are you playing in my face if you're not really ready to move on? And I think that's just a general feeling that a lot of us have in trying to date is, you're not ready to date. You haven't done the work. You're not ready. And I feel like that was her reaction was, yeah, we clicked because we were close proximity in a storm and stuck in this rental property, but you're not really ready to date if I walk in and you still have all of her stuff. I just felt like it made sense. I feel like a lot of us would have said the thing she said.
I feel y'all.
I just
can
felt
see
like
both. She just I can see both. Because at one point I did think, okay, yeah, he's got all her stuff in there. But I also felt she was over the top with her reaction. It just felt like her reaction was, I am mad that she seemed to think that he had somebody else that's living. And then she went to, okay, you're not ready because it's your wife's stuff. And I was like, I mean, it's obviously the wife's stuff.
Yes, that's what I thought. Like,
girl,
was
so over the top to me with it.
Stuff.
That was me too.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. My brain would not have assumed, oh, he got a full living wife right here. I would have thought like, oh, he ain't throw away wifey stuff. I'm gonna do it for him. I would not have just assumed that he had a new woman that he was trying to have a harem.
Read last year.
Huh?
Remember it was the Christmas one where the guy.
We were just talking about that.
He had the house that she didn't tell him.
Charity.
What was her name?
Shanae. Yeah, I feel like it was a very similar idea.
Felicia, were you about to say something?
I was. Good evening, everybody. I think my issue with it is, you've known this man for 5 business days. Like, I get it that y'all done had sex in the snow and saw reindeers and all of that, but you just met him. So yeah, there's gonna be some loose ends in terms of, where he's been and where you've been, because y'all didn't talk about y'all favorite color, y'all didn't talk about anything, but every 2 minutes y'all was, having sex somewhere and these people's stuff.
My thing is, because y'all, Felicia's my cousin. I go on her dating escapades with her. Renee, I go on hers. I know, even if it was 5 business days, y'all like, oh, nigga, it's day 6. Fix this. I'm out. I know how fast y'all will tap out on a man. That's why I'm pushing back.
I can't. No, and the reason why
literally only had one shoelace from her favorite sneaker, and both of y'all would have been like, child, this ain't it. Y'all would have packed it up so fast.
This is coming from someone.
Give them a chance. My sisters are sharp, you know that, and that is true. But I think I think someone else was saying, it was the level of reaction, and not even. I don't like when in movies or in books when it's like you done ran to the whole end of the conclusion and ain't you asking for your clothes and I got to go which way to the library. He like, wait a minute, girl, we was just in here. What happened? Like, so, and I mean, she came around to it eventually, but I just felt like at least be honest with your, on why you done tripped out like this. It was a gap for me.
Yeah, I agree with that because I struggle with the trope of miscommunication. I can't stand when I read a book, and if y'all would have just had an adult conversation, this could have been fixed in chapter 2, and we in chapter 16, and y'all just didn't talk about it. That will make me trash a book. That will get a low review for me. And I do remember feeling that, like, girl, just ask them whose clothes they are. What you mad about? Like, I feel like so many things could be resolved with a simple conversation. So I do struggle with that miscommunication trope. So, I mean, I feel y'all. Because she could have just asked him.
Yep. I guess I just have a different perspective as someone who, when my ex-husband left this house, all he took was his clothes. So there's bits and pieces from, dishes we got from housewarming. Like there's pieces of him everywhere in this house. A lot of it has been removed, furniture and stuff like that, but I'm understanding of where that guy is coming from when someone.
No, you're not, Renee. That's the thing. You're not.
If it was a living girlfriend, I would feel differently. But the fact that it is a deceased person that he was married to, I would feel completely different about that situation. That's just where I stand with that.
But you know what the difference is? Let me ask my friend. You wouldn't have popped off on him. You would have came and be like, girl, should I cut this nigga? And you know me, cut him. I would have told you to cut him. You would not have popped off like she did, but your spidey senses have been like, if she been dead 5 years, why you got face cream on the counter? Let me ask Erica.
I think it is, yes, the face cream and all that stuff probably should be removed, but the level, like Topeka said, she was freaking out. She jumped to a whole different conclusion. Like it was beyond what it needed to be. Again, like you said, I think an adult conversation could have been had.
I think both of us would have immediately went to, oh, that's the dead lady stuff. We wouldn't have thinking he got a new chick on the roster who put it on there. I think that's what it was. Yeah. But for me, that's my struggle with them trying to force some angst into the storyline.
Yeah.
When you read my reviews, things like that will make me take some points off because I don't like forced angst. It's just not necessary. And that whole concept of a third act breakup being important to a romance. Y'all don't have to break up. Y'all could just literally just love each other. Just fall in love. Yeah. Especially in a Christmas book. Just fall in love.
Especially in a Christmas book. I want y'all to just love each other and be happy.
Yeah. The reaction just didn't match up.
Reindeer,
have a
sunshine, and all that.
If Jess had been in the story, it would have been over because I'd be like, he's crazy. I'm gone. Why does he still have this stuff? I'd have been out.
It was just all too speedy for me. It was giving Hallmark Christmas movie.
But I like
you can't fall in love in 5 days.
Stuff. I like my Christmas books to be Hallmarky.
Yeah.
Please don't tie me up with a string of Christmas lights.
Man, that was the Lauren Lacey book.
Oh my gosh,
Mrs. Grinch.
Why would you let a man tie you up with Christmas lights? Oh, I'm so gross.
So uncomfortable. Like, come on, bro.
I'm calling the police.
I'm not laying on no Christmas lights. Like that's uncomfortable as shit. They're poking you.
Yeah, I like my Christmas books to be a little delulu. I want magic. I want a farm animal if possible. I want some ice skating and some hot cocoa. Because that's what I'm here for.
We're going to pick out the tree and everything.
Yes, you're going to chop down the tree and he got on a plaid shirt. Like, play the part. I do like my Christmas books.
Hey, that's when we go to them. What's them books we be reading?
I don't even read. Yeah, I don't even read watch Hallmark movies, but I assume I might like them because I like my Christmas books to be OD.
That's why we read the Gingerbread Bakery.
I was cool with while we in the cabin, we caught up, we on vacay, like we different people, YOLO. Where it went left for me is when they came back and she had cut him off for 5 business days. So at this point, you've only known this man maybe 15 business days.
Right.
So you done cut him off for like, let's say a week or 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks. And then y'all have a conversation, you make up, and then you ask him to move in. Girl, what are we on? This is whiplash. Like,
wait, they moved in together?
Yes.
Let me go read my review. Y'all, I don't already told you I don't remember the book.
Because he
I probably took points
selling
away.
he was selling the house, and he was staying with his brother.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Well, shit, you might as well come stay with me."
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I feel like, sir, you got money. Why are you moving over here?
15 business days.
Don't be a
saying.
homosexual.
15 business days. You don't even know the man's middle name.
Like that. They listen.
15 business days.
That's the exaggeration. Like y'all said, a Hallmark style book.
I am, and I hear what you're saying, because I'm one of them people that y'all talk about when I be like, oh, this didn't feel realistic. And then people are like, it's fiction. Okay, but I want my fiction to feel real. Like, I don't want an alien to pop up at Christmas dinner. Like, so I feel you, like when it's a whirlwind and it happens too fast, I'm turned off. And if there's an unnecessary breakup just to fit the formula, I struggle with that.
Yeah,
I hate a third act breakup.
Yeah.
And if I read a book where they just get along, the vibe is vibing, and the epilogue, they got a cute little brown skinned baby girl that's 3 years old, 5 stars. I love when they just vibe.
Yeah.
Rocket, no. Hilarious.
I do. Sometimes I just want to read about Black love and just be in love.
Right. Just be in love, especially if it's.
I thought I lost y'all.
When they cater to the woman. When it feels like the woman won, that she's not begging this man to love her and all of that, I'm sold. Speaking of, Renee, last meeting we talked about, what was that book I told you I didn't like? And you had just started it. And it was a restaurant business. And I said, I hated how he kept sending mixed signals. It was a Taj McCoy book. Because I said I was never going to read another.
Yeah.
I can't think of what it's called. I wanted to know what you thought, because you were only on a couple pages last time.
Prohibition, right? Was that the new one?
Yeah, what was it called? Oh, the Prohibition.
Yeah, something like that.
And I said I felt like he was giving mixed signals the whole book, and she was trying to make him love her. And you were like, I'm only a couple pages in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Did you finish it?
I'm not commenting on purpose. No, hold on. I have to. I'm
because we recording.
Because I'll send you a voice memo. It's the dating prohibition. That's the name of it.
I gave it a 3.5.
Oh,
because that man who supposedly loved her forever kept sending mixed signals, and she kept acting like, I just want you to love me.
Yeah.
Bro, what you mean? You the prize, not him. I was so mad at that book, because I'm like, I'm like 92% in, and he still act like he don't like you. What you mean? I like when he's running your bathwater and taking out a billboard on 42nd Street for you. That's the type. I want the man to be so OD. That book made me so mad that he act like she wasn't the prize.
I think I gave it a 3.5, and that was like being generous because I love Taj, but as a person.
All right, I'll talk to you offline, because
yeah.
I didn't even write a review for it. Oh, I gave it 2 stars. Yeah, I didn't write a review.
Yeah, you did. There was someone else that gave it 2. A lot of other people gave it 4 that I'm looking at right now.
Because they don't read enough. Sometimes somebody give me a review and I'll be like, oh, you don't know there's better books out there. I get it.
You talking about this book or Taj? Sorry, my mom
Taj McCoy.
Downstairs.
Because we were I think I brought up on the last meeting where I was saying how I didn't like how the man was giving her mixed signals. It was like, oh, I'm only like 6% in. So I was like, well, what did you think? But there, me being a little bit of a book snob, when people tell me Freedom McFadden writes great books, I go, oh, you don't read enough. And so that's why I feel like if you tell me you gave Taj McCoy 4 stars, you just don't read enough Black romance. If there's a Christina C. Jones out there and you giving Taj 4 stars, you didn't read CCJ. That's what I just assume, and I keep scrolling.
Yeah. It was okay. Like, that was just, it was, you know what I mean? That's just how I felt about it. Now, I will say The Housemaid, the movie is excellent. I know you anti-Frida, but that movie was.
And I like the book, though. That's I did like the book. I actually like it. I kind of like to say I like the first book. I kind of like the second. I can't remember if I read the third.
I don't think I've read the third yet.
I made a commitment. I was like, I'm not reading any Frida all 2025, and I made it. I did not read a single Frida McFadden book last year.
But I will say the movie is excellent. So I saw that they're coming out with the second one, but it actually was really, really good.
Without one time per year when I want to watch TV, because I gotta take my braids out this weekend. Maybe I'll watch it. That's the only time I really would like binge watch TV all day is when I gotta take my braids out.
Asia and Brandy went with me to the movie screening, and I was cracking up in there because they didn't realize that it was like a book first before. Like, what'd you say?
I said that I didn't know what the movie was about. I was just going to go.
Yeah, and I'm like, I can't believe y'all agreed to come with me. Like, I sent it to y'all because it was a book, turned screen. So I was cracking up when they were both sitting there and they were like, yeah, we have no idea what this is. I was like, it's a book, y'all. You didn't. I was cracking up that they were such good sports that they just came with me just because it was a free screening. I'm like, oh, it's a book too. It was funny. It was a good, I don't know, Asia, you can share your opinion, but I felt like it was a really good movie.
Good. It was good. There was a lot of talking to the screen moments. So that's when you know it was good.
Yeah.
Because, girl, what are you doing?
Probably the same thing you felt in the book. So if you felt that way and you thought the book was good, then it was good. A lot of twists.
What movie was this?
Housemaid.
The Housemaid.
Frida McFadden, Housemaid.
What book did I just read and it made me think of that? Because that whole concept of almost setting up your replacement to get done in, that I'm starting to see, because I read a lot of white on white crime. They like that trope. That comes up a lot, and I think that might be why I wasn't like so into the following books in the series, because I read so many psychological thrillers and I'm finding that's a very common theme.
Did you read Verity?
I did, and I loved it. Okay, but I don't know that I would love it today.
I'm going to see the movie though when it comes out. That's another one because that was my first Colleen Hoover and I loved that book.
That's my first and only, and that was great.
Oh, that was so good.
I just read a book that was so much like that, where they set up the next woman. Oh, The Last Mrs. Parrish by Liv Constantine.
Really? I think I have that one too.
Yeah, I think Book Talk probably made me read it. And yeah, I'm looking at my review. I said it felt familiar. I'm finding that I'm starting to see that whole concept of, I know he's awful and I need to figure out my escape. So I'm going to let the next woman deal with him being awful. I'm starting to see that a lot in the thrillers that I read.
I do own it. It was good though, or no?
Yeah, I gave it 4 stars. It was good.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm going to add that to my list this year.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. And I think it's a series. I think whatever I saw was probably like the second book, and I was like, well, let me read it in order.
The next Mrs. Parrish.
Yeah, so I didn't read, but I just read The Last Mrs. Parrish last week, and it's that same vibe.
Okay, I'm gonna bump that up on my list. I need to read more Black books though.
Yeah, sometimes I start looking at my Bookstagram. I'm like, girl, everybody's white. Go read a book. Go read some Black stuff. I
read some motivational books, and they were both by the same Mark Monson, whatever. The Subtle Art of I don't know, whatever it's called, but I read
Not giving a fuck or something.
That. And so I read both of his books, and I'm like, okay, you got to read some Black authors now. Like we got to play catch up. So.
Well, I did read, because I actually like to read Christmas books when it's not Christmas time. But I just read There's No One Else by Nina High. It's a Christmas novella. That was good. It gave the wholesome, all the feels. She's really good with her novellas. Like, I don't know that I've read a full-length book by her, but her short story, she does really good meet cutes, and there's not a lot of angst. There's no third quarter breakup, or third act breakup. Like, I really like, when I just need a feel-good story, she's becoming one of my go-tos.
Yeah, I noticed that you read quite a few of her books recently. She's been on my list. I just haven't gotten to it.
Yeah, I think because Amazon keeps recommending it, but There's No One Else was super cute.
Okay.
It had that Christmas magic.
I did end up reading that 3-Ring Circus book. It made me dislike my favorite player in the world.
I told you. Because post, his death, we were like, oh, Bean, but we be forgetting in 1996, Kobe was weird. Kobe was weird and abrasive.
He was an absolute asshole. I still love the man. He will always be my favorite player, but boy, he was something else. Like,
he was.
Yeah, Shaq probably should have smacked the shit out of him a couple more times. Like,
and it's a miracle that he didn't. But first of all, I said before, I love how meticulous his research is. But I also love that just because you're the subject of my book, I'm not gonna kiss your butt. Yeah. And that's how I felt with that Tupac book. And I'm like, whoa, you made me look at Pac differently, where I've always put him on such a pedestal.
Yep.
You put some chinks in his armor. But for Kobe, it was very relatable because, I was in college in Philly, so he was on campus all the time. He was always around, and we thought all those things of him. But as the years passed, I've softened and was like, oh, Kobe. But no, he wasn't always cuddly. Once upon a time, he was trash.
Yeah, can you just imagine the ego of this kid coming out of high school and just being put on this stage and just
he was socially awkward. But I think Jeff Pearlman did a great job with that book, with the research. And because middle school, high school, I was addicted to basketball, particularly collegiate ball. So he brought up players I forgot about, moments I forgot about. Like, that was such a fun walk down memory lane for me.
Yeah. Nice to see the inside of the Lakers, and some of my, that era was probably some of my favorites. Rick Fox and...
Yeah, I love Nick Van Exel. I don't know why, but I have always loved him. And as I think my first season as a Hawks season ticket holder, he was coaching whatever team we were playing, and I would just happen to be standing somewhere where I got to say hello to him, and I'm like, oh, Nick Van Exel. So I really enjoyed the book because it just took me down memory lane. BJ Armstrong, all of them people, like, yes, give me all these old school obscure players that nobody remembers.
I need to see, because I think I put that Tupac book on hold. And hopefully.
It was really good.
I have it on hold.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was good. I learned a lot.
A lot because I thought I
about
knew
his
him.
Mom too.
Yes, I had such an opinion of her. Yeah, and it contradicted a lot of things that I thought about her. Hashtag RIP. But yeah. When he said a crack fiend, Mama, I didn't think he meant that literally. But
exactly.
But
yeah, he did.
Yeah. And not that I liked it, but I was surprised that he even took a jab at Jada Pinkett and saying that, she was so full of herself and different things. Like, I just like that he's going to be like, I don't care if it's your favorite person. I'm going to just tell you what it is. That's what I like about Jeff Pearlman's delivery is I'm just going to tell you what it is, even if you think that person is great. And, he did.
Did you read the other Tupac book that came out like a year or two ago?
I didn't, but I think we had talked about it, and I was saying maybe I'll be willing to go back.
It was good.
I didn't want to, but I only read this one because it's Jeff Pearlman, and I'm such a fan of him. Yeah. But now I feel receptive to reading the other book. Because there's some books that I feel like if the person was still here, you wouldn't have said this. Like, I have never read that book that Robin wrote about Whitney Houston. Because if Whitney was alive, she would have never greenlighted the book. So I took a stance and didn't read it. And that's what I thought when that other Tupac book came out. But now I feel like, okay, I'll be open-minded. I'll read it.
Yeah, it was.
I was going to ask if this one was like that because I read the last one and I didn't read this one because I figure I already read it. I read the last one.
Probably the same stuff, but it sounds like it's going to be different. And the first one.
Yeah, it sounds like it's different.
It was long, but it was.
Jeff Pearlman is gonna make you think Tupac was the weirdest little ugly nigga. He every chance he got, he said his teeth were bad.
Yeah, it was weird. And he did have bad teeth.
Yeah, he was like, damn, Pac was a runt. Pac was trash. Like
he was weird.
Like, why are you talking about my birthday twin like this?
Right. I mean, as much as I loved Pac, He was weird and he did have bad teeth. And I just finished watching A Different World again last night, this morning. And the episode that he was on, I was like, Tupac was so trippy.
Yeah. See, and
And
I
But
I just
think for
remember back
me,
then
I
he
remember
was
him as,
weird.
I think for me, I've always remembered him as a revolutionary and
Yeah.
the voice of the people.
He was
But
both. He was that and
Jeff
weird.
Pearlman creates this story of it was almost an act. He almost was playing a character. He was not necessarily that revolutionary.
Wow.
He was a weird, sensitive, pretty boy who was exceptionally small and awkward. He didn't always smell good, different things like that. And it's like it was a struggle for me to accept that somebody who I put on a pedestal because I felt like he was the voice of my people, that he wasn't. He was playing a character as the
I can
voice of
see
my
both
people.
from the whatever that documentary was. I can see both of those things being true about him.
Documentary kind of revealed that a little bit for me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit of
But
a
I think he
struggle.
was still a revolutionary as well. But then he was also the weird, I don't have any friends. I'm kind of sensitive type too.
Yeah, it painted him more as an opportunist than I thought he was. And I struggled with it. The same way with that Three Rings Circus book, that I think Kobe was so many things to the game, but Kobe was so many things that weren't great either. And I struggled
I couldn't
with
stand Kobe for a while.
him, finding out those things. And not that that Bo Jackson book that he wrote was phenomenal.
I was gonna say he has a
But
lot.
I was like 12 when Bo Knows was big, when those commercials, Bo Knows Diddley. I was in middle school. So there was a lot of things that I was just a little bit too young to remember, but Jeff Pearlman's research is phenomenal. And I read it around the same time that Herschel Walker was shucking and jiving for the Republicans. He talks about Herschel Walker a lot in that Bo Jackson book because they were always competing. They played football against each other. They ran track against each other. So he gave a lot of perspective on Herschel Walker too. That was very interesting. But yeah, I like Jeff Pearlman because, like I said, he's going to say, I don't care if you like the person, this is what it is. And he has made me almost take off my rose-colored glasses about certain celebrities.
Yeah, he got a lot of books. I'm looking at him now. He's got one on the Dallas Cowboys. He's got one on Barry Bonds. A bunch of different sports, baseball and stuff, football. Yeah.
Yeah, he's meticulous about his research. And I mentioned to y'all, he comes up on my FYP a lot on TikTok, and he just tells random stories of athletes and different things. And
I need to follow him. That's right.
Yeah, and he's very deadpan in his delivery, almost like Ben Stein. He's very monotone, but I love his story times.
Looking for him now on TikTok. Okay. Awesome. I know we're over time. Anyone else have any thoughts? Randomness? What you're reading?
I'm reading Ace of Spades.
Who's that by?
Oh, we read another book by her, didn't we? That book when sleeping girls lie or something.
Yeah.
Is that the same author?
Uh-huh.
I haven't read Ace of Spades, but I've seen such like varying reviews. Either people love it or hate it, and that's why I haven't read it.
I can see that. I was hoping I would come here tonight and somebody would say, "Oh, it gets better." Oh, the last time I talked about a book, I ended up DNFing it.
Do it. It's DNF it. There's other books.
Yeah, right. So many good books out here.
I'm only about 7 to 10% in, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to like it, but I don't know if I do.
Hit a U-turn. Not too late.
That was me with Zeal.
I need to read that one.
No.
When you said you were reading that, I was like, why?
Zeal! I hated it.
I was like, why? Why are you doing this to yourself?
I can't remember because I had been saying, I'm not going to read it. I kept saying, I'm not going to read it. I don't know what convinced me, but it was something I saw on Book Talk. And I was like, all right, let me put it on Libby. And so for me, when I went, and I knew I was going to hate the slave parts. I knew that. But I was like, okay, when they get to the modern time, because the prologue with the couple, I was like, oh, this sounds good. So I was all in. When they circled back to the couple and then the couple got on my nerves too, I was like, oh man, I thought y'all was gonna make me love the 2020 version of it, and I hated the storyline of the COVID and they broke. Oh man, but they kept me from crashing out when I was watching my Pittsburgh Steelers. And I finished it. It did not beat me. It did not destroy me. I finished it, but I did not enjoy a second of that book. Where I thought I would enjoy the modern times, and I didn't.
I love a generational story, so but I agree
do
with you.
too, and so that's what I thought. I thought I was
Yeah.
gonna love it, and they got to 2020, and I still didn't like it. I said, "Oh, what's
Yeah, I
happening?"
wasn't crazy about their love story, the modern couple, so I could see that. But I love the story.
Yeah, and see, and that's probably what it was. Like I could deal with the slavery stuff if y'all win in the end. And y'all didn't win. And she had daddy issues. And I just, ooh, child. I finished it though, but I didn't write a bad review.
I'm waiting for Ken. That sounds like that's gonna be a good one. I think that comes out maybe April or the next couple of months.
I think
Yeah.
I think I have that on my list as a book club
I'm
read.
so jealous of all of y'all that got the the NetGalley version because I didn't get it.
What book?
For Ken.
Ken by Tayari Jones.
Oh yeah, I have that too.
Because
yeah.
I initially requested it when it first was on NetGalley, and they denied my request. So when it became a read now book, and I tried to read now, it still showed that I had already been told no. So it was like, man, we said no.
Yeah, that same thing happened with Christina Forrest, her latest one. Like they denied me, and then every time it was like free on NetGalley, you just can't get it. I'm like, that's stupid.
Yeah, they don't reset it. Yeah. That book, I Don't Wish You Well. I've read a little bit of that. Jess, did you start that one?
Yeah, I was trying to read it. Farrah has a discussion with him in New Orleans on the 20th. He's going to be in Baton Rouge on the 20th. But yeah, I'm debating because there's a I'm like it's stupid for me to drive to New Orleans twice a week, but there's another Baldwin event on the 20th. So I was like, I'll just go to Farrah's thing on the 23rd.
I've only read a little bit of it, but I'm definitely loving it. I love
I'm
his
loving
writing
it too.
style.
He's
a phenomenal author.
Yeah.
I forgot to grab that one. I'm mad at myself.
I want to support the Jaguar homie.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah, because it's like all his other books are set in Louisiana. So
yeah. And he went to McKinley. He went to Boosie School.
Yeah, I love him. His birthday was today. He posted some sassy picture of him licking icing off his finger. And I was like, oh, this is how you want to present your birthday? He turned 49 today.
Oh, it hasn't come out yet. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
it was one of the read nows. And so I remember Jess was saying he was going to be at Baldwin and she was going to try to read it in time. And I said, well, let me start too. So me and Jess can talk about it. But I keep getting distracted. So far, the start of it is really good. But all of his books are good. But we talked about in the chat, but he doesn't acknowledge like his old books. Like if you look in the book now, it only shows the 3 books he's had recently. Wow. But I started reading him years ago, and he has this book called Never Dead that I have read at least 5 times. I love that book. And he has an anthology of short stories. I'm not a short story girly, so I didn't love that one. But then he also has the Eternal Sphinxman, and it talks about like hazing and different things. Loved it both times I read it. He doesn't ever talk about those books. He acts like they never happened. And I think some of them are not in print.
Yeah, I do have the NetGalley copy of that, so I look forward to that coming out.
Yeah, I've read probably about 15-20% of it. It's really good.
That's about where I am. I'm trying to. We'll see. I think I got like
life's been life over there. Exactly.
See what I got in my hand. Try to make it.
Craziness. All right, ladies. Well, thank you for your time. Of course, when we meet again, our fave. Y'all can see. Asia Wilson, Dear Black Girls. Looking forward to
I
reading
feel
that
like I
one.
might need to reread that so
Oh,
I
I
could
am
be
too, for
ready.
sure.
I
And it's
loved
short and
it when
quick.
I read it.
Same.
Yeah, so I think I might reread it.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
she made me cry. I think I'll reread it then.
yeah, it was good. I was like, she needs to change that to a 4-time MVP though.
Mm-hmm.
On the cover. Proud of her. She's had another hell of a year, man. That girl just unstoppable, man.
And I
So
love it. I want all
Love
the
it.
best things for her. I think Asia deserves everything good in life, and I love this for her.
I sure do.
South Carolina people, y'all got Asia Wilson shirts, jerseys. Let's
Of
represent.
course.
Next chat. Let's represent next chat. We gotta wear her.
Probably the only time I wear that jersey.
I know. I wore it once to one of Tatum's basketball games. So I was like, I'll wear probably the jersey. But yeah, if y'all have gear, paraphernalia, even WNBA, wear your stuff.
So you want me to wear my Brittany Griner? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah. If I didn't have Asia Wilson, I'm wearing somebody.
Let
I'd
me
be
represent
wearing
my studs,
I'd be
baby.
wearing my Ryan Howard shirt if I didn't have Asia Wilson. I got a Chicago one too for Angel, but yeah, see how that's going for her. So yeah. Yeah, I'll wear my Asia Wilson stuff next chat. And yeah, guess we'll see y'all in a month.
All right.
So the fourth.
Ladies.
Say that again?
Yeah, I was looking at the calendar though. Okay, the fourth. All right.
Yes.
All right. See y'all later.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.